So what's really going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Thank you very much for clicking on my channel. My name is Eddie and you're watching Stay True to the Flavor. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. On today's menu, we're going to have some pork birria. That's right, it's nice and delicious. Stay tuned to show you how I make it. But before I get started, I want to send a special shout out to my loved ones out in California, San Diego. You know who you are. Love you guys. Okay, let's go over the ingredients. I got some marjoram, which is mejorana, black pepper. I got bay leaves, ground ginger, sesame seeds, and of course some cumin. There's a tablespoon and a half of each. I got some chile guaheyos soaking in water so they'll get nice and soft for me, so when I put them in the blender they'll blend up nicely. Chile guaheyo. And of course I got some garlic and an onion. That's all going to go in there. Got some apple cider vinegar, about maybe 3 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. Got some salt, about 2 tablespoons of salt. You could add more or less depending on how salty you like your stuff. And I got a piece of chocolate, Mexican chocolate, chocolate abuelita, if you want to use that, or whatever Mexican chocolate, half of that, soak it in water so it'll get soft, so it will help my blender out. All this stuff is going to go in the blender mixed up, along with these tomatoes that are been boiling. So I'm going to take this, they'll cool down a little bit, and then I'm going to take the skin off and put them in the blender. And that's going to be our base, our seasoning for our pork meat that we're going to pour inside our crock pot. Set it on high and walk away. Come back in 3 hours. Check it out. Well, these tomatoes are done. Turn that off. Take them off the heat. Let them cool down so I can work with them. This is my nice piece of pork. What I'm going to do, this is the piece with the bone. Bone has flavor. Can't cut it off, but I am going to cut this in small pieces so it'll cook faster for me. It's gonna all go shredded anyways. Boy, that's a lot of meat here. Here's my pieces. Next, I'm gonna put them in my crock pot. Now cook time is between 3 and 4 hours. So you want to set it in the morning and go run your errands, do whatever you have to do. Come back and check on it. As soon as it's pork, excuse me, fork tender, you can go ahead and remove it because we're going to shred it. This is the one with the bone. Remember, bone marrow is flavor. Okay, so next step, I gotta boil some tomatoes. Take the skin off the tomatoes and get the tomatoes ready to be blended. On to the next step. Let me take off this tomato. Ooh, a little bit hot there. And you can tell they're done because it's split open. See that? The skin comes right off. I only want the flesh. I'm going to take the seeds out as well. I do not want the seeds in there. I want a nice creamy sauce. See that? I'm going to get them all done. 3 tomatoes in here. I'm going to use some of the water that I boiled them in. Just a little bit. Should be good enough. I could always add more. Now to this, I'm going to throw in my apple cider vinegar. my chile guajillos. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chile guajillos with some of that liquid. Grab my onions. Cut it in smaller pieces to help my blender out. Got my Mexican chocolate. Goes in. My salt. Remember, everything goes in here. Okay, and got with that 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces of garlic. Throw all my stuff in. Cover this up. And let's go. Let's pour all the liquid in there. Right into our pork. Oh, that's the marinade is gonna cook all in here. Delicious. I'm gonna grab the water that my tomato boiled in, put it in here, rinse this off, and throw that back in there. Got my liquid. Give this a little mix. See, it's kind of thick. There we go. That's all covered. Set it on high. And we put our lid on. And we'll be back. Got 3 Roma tomatoes. Just gonna roast them up. I got 5 chile de árbol, and they do smoke up, so I don't want the whole house being full with smoke of these peppers. So I'm just gonna make a aluminum bundle. Throw that off and just throw that in there. So meanwhile, my tomatoes are roasting. I'm gonna go ahead and chop off some cilantro, some onion. Right there. Okay, so right now, I know my peppers are roasted because I can smell them. I see my tomatoes, they're roasted. I can see them roasted. Throw it in the blender. Come on. Get in there. Now I'm gonna cover these nice and slow. Make sure I don't burn myself. Ooh. Something like pepper spray. Ooh. Hot. Oh yeah. And look at it. Look how beautiful they get roasted. And the blender. Put that aside. Now with the blender, we're going to do a little bit of sesame seed. Not that much, just a little bit. And I'm going to try to blend it with those tomatoes. Maybe a little bit of water. That's got a kick. That's got a kick. Got my meat out. Now I start shredding it. And then you start to shred it. Simple. And that's that, because it's so tender, it just falls right apart. Look at that. Okay, so got my meat all shredded up. Now it's time to serve it up. Oh yeah. I wish you could smell this right now, making me hungry. I got my bowl. Put your meat. Just like that. And then you gotta get some of that consomme, some of that broth. Put some of that hot sauce that we made. Cilantro, cebolla, onion, and cilantro. Now all I need is my tacos. Put my meat in my taco and enjoy. Alright, so this is the way you eat it. A little bit of meat right there. It already has the cilantro and the onion and the hot sauce. Underneath some lemon. And we're good to go. Alright, let's see. Dear Lord, my Heavenly Father, please bless us, dear Lord. Bless this family in the name of Son Jesus Christ. Amen. Oh yeah, baby. Let's see, my taco de Biria. Pork. Let's see. I'm sorry, guys. This is so good. You need to try it. And when I say you need to try it, I mean you. Yeah, I think I'm gonna need about maybe 5 more of these tacos just to let you know the outcome. So good. Look at that. I ate it all. Okay, well there you have it. This is my take on Biria. If you like, you could wet your tortillas in the sauce, put them on a skillet, make a quesadilla out of birria out of it. That's what everybody's doing nowadays. But that's just the way I like to eat it. Just want to say thank you for clicking on today's video. If you haven't already subscribed, smash the subscribe button. What are you waiting for? It's free. Like always, make sure you pray for your meals and stay true.